Hi guys, this is the Future Elements. We are doing Behind the Goard podcast. This is the first podcast we're doing, so I'm going to try to release this on a weekly basis. And so we're going to introduce everyone here. Quad.
Hey, what's up?
Aaron.
Hello.
BK.
Hello.
Justin.
Hello.
Lawman.
Yo.
Nego.
Bonjour.
Trey.
Hello.
Very quiet.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. So yeah, we're just kind
Get the fuck out!
We're just kind of fucking around, and we're just going to talk about whatever.
Okay, I have a topic, actually.
Yeah, what's your topic?
So, a lot of people here have been machinima directors way longer than I have, so I'm curious. What's, like, the worst experience you've ever had involved with machinima?
Ooh, okay.
I think when Reach first died, like when it first like slowly declining, it was really hard to get body actors.
Oh, yeah.
That was probably the worst experience I've probably... Actually, no, I take that back. There was a body acting session I started about nearly 3 years ago, and it prompted me to do a body acting video. But right before I did that video, I started up a body acting session. I sent a message to all friends. Only 2 people joined.
Oh, no.
And that was for like an hour.
Alright, who else has one?
Yeah, who else has one?
I have a story about when there was this really racist British kid who really hated Americans that came to join the body acting session. He was so annoying. It was such a while back. It was pretty much, I think it was actually for part 8 of Rise of the Spartans, and this was a very interesting thing that.
Oh yeah, that's like what, 3 or 4 years ago? 5 years ago?
Oh yeah, yeah. I feel so fucking old. I know. But like, so this kid was joining, and he was just, I don't know, he was a young kid, obviously, but he was like, it just kept going on about how Americans are fat and ugly and all this stuff. It's not really annoying shit, and it's just like, dude, what is with you and all that? Can't you just be respectful for stuff? And no, he just kept going on and said, fucking Americans, fucking hell. It's just like, fuck. It's like,
how many times can Mega say fuck in a sentence?
Well, how many times could he say fuck in a sentence? That's the real question.
Way too many.
It's like now you realize, put your people as the villains and the bad guys of movies. It's because of people like you and stuff. It was such an annoying thing, but luckily he was removed after his endless chatting. And that was probably the worst experience that I had.
So, Quad, do you have one?
I mean, I have plenty.
We'll pick your favorite.
So I guess probably the worst experience I had directing was 2 years ago when I was working on MS originally.
You've been working on that for that long?
I've been working on it for 3 years. Wow. 3-4 years now.
I applaud you.
Well, yeah, basically the problems has gone. That's actually the main horror story, is that voice actors kept leaving, and that's the problem when you have directors as voice actors.
Mm-hmm.
If they leave, you can't do anything with it. But the main part of the story was when I was doing a body acting session. It was one of the last scenes I needed to do, and like I could get everything done in 2 hours. I had like the best group of people I could have possibly had, like as the dream team of body acting. So I thought it was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, the people I thought I could rely on the most would just run around and run everybody over.
Oh god.
And and just a few other names. But
oh boy.
And so it was just, sorry if you guys are watching this, but I mean, like, they just would just like destroy everything going around. And then like it took us the 2 hours that I had to finish this one scene, and then I went back to it, and a couple people had the wrong armor.
Oh,
oh my god.
And I didn't know it. And there was another person, because I was in a standing scene where I couldn't do much. Someone had an armor ability, the heart one. And
so it, like,
I couldn't, and so it messed up everything. And so I had to scrap that entire scene. I couldn't use it. and after that I took a break for like 2 months and didn't speak to anybody because I just couldn't be bothered to even get on Halo Reach anymore.
Fucking
I don't
cowards.
blame you. That sounds terrible.
Oh, it was
Jesus.
terrible. Like, and that was back when the script had 10 directors in one scene.
Whew.
And so getting 10 people to
Oh,
have
boy.
all their armor, it was a nightmare.
Oh, fuck.
So there's my horror story.
You know, this isn't my story, but like something
What
similar
is
happened to me to where you'll find out in a bit. So this is So I don't use body actors unless I have to, because oof, headache. So
Well,
Are you saying you're too
Also,
good
you
for
like
us?
No,
No,
he likes
no.
being.
Are you too good for us? Are you too good for us?
I'm heading
Broke,
to
I don't have money for Xbox Live, okay?
Get that
Well,
money then.
You're a fucking liar. I
I
see you
got
paying for
fired.
PSN.
You know,
I don't even have PlayStation.
in truth, I think it's because he likes being next to the two female avatars in his series. I think that's
Yeah, he
what
loves
it is.
being a-
But no, like, okay, all right,
Not my
Justin,
fault.
go ahead and tell the rest of your story.
Tell the story.
Okay, so I had to use green screen, right? And I had I went to a separate game for that, and I green screened the character, right?
Oh,
And-
one thing, I don't want to interrupt you, but go ahead and tell what your channel is. Shout out yourself.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
I'm JustinD.G. If you like anime, you'll probably not like me either.
If you like D, you'll like it.
Quad, I hate you.
All right, but I'm giving everyone a chance to shout out their channels, so that way they can get some more subscribers if they feel so inclined.
Feel so inclined, you say.
Not even gonna finish the story. It's basically just I mismatched colors and I didn't realize it until I was halfway through editing the video, and I was like, oh no.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Trey, do you have one?
No one knows who I am for Machinima World, but I had quite a few.
Well, share them.
During most of my project for Spartan's Final, which is a kind of Star Wars in a way, I tried to do a body acting scene with layering, so I tried to do that for about an hour with a full lobby, and we couldn't do it. Took 2 hours to finally get
And?
one scene done, and
Holy shit.
Oh damn.
and some reason everyone just started messing around. Everyone left after that.
And it's like, yeah, thanks guys.
All right, Lawman, what about you?
It's a man with no name.
All right, Clint.
Shit. So I want to say 2018's been my worst year. Quad can back that. I fucking deleted all my old shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I noticed that when I tried to look at your older videos and they were gone.
It's like there's no reference. What the fuck, man? I don't know. It procrastinated. I was just like, I just wanted to rebrand the channel, and that kind of failed because college education. Gotta fucking love that. And
Looking at this fucking meme, I'll post it up on the podcast screen. But fucking Quad just made a
fucking trap cards, goddamn.
he just made like a is it Dragon Ball Z or is it Pokemon? What is it?
What?
What?
I am not very
Are you-
versed on this.
It's the
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Pokegoard.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay.
It's clearly Beyblade.
Yeah.
No, it's Bakugan, guys.
All right,
Don't
but
you
no,
remember
he
that?
made a trap card, and it's pretty funny. And we have a whole bunch of memes that we're going to be showing on the screen for you guys, so,
Occasionally
because
pop up.
some of the shit's really funny. Made by Megalodon and Quad.
Quid? Quid?
Made by Quad
I've never
and
been
also
so
Lawman
humiliated
Studios.
in my life.
Oh fuck.
I think I
Oh,
paid
for
one for
fuck's
that,
sake.
sir.
Do I need to fucking throw in a bunch of more boys in here? Shit.
Calm your shit.
Fuck.
Wait, Lawman, did you finish your story?
Yeah, Lawman, did
I
you
don't
finish
know.
your story?
Okay,
Yeah.
my story.
You removed
Hold on.
removed all your videos, and you wanted to
Yes.
rebrand your channel.
I try to rebrand my channel by, I guess, doing a few podcasts, but those kind of didn't go so well either because, like, I didn't have OBS. They were kind of like pre-recorded stuff. So, like, what I'm trying to do is, I guess, re-motivate myself back into the community. Kind of learn, like, the paths that people have took. Like Matt here. If you want to be interviewed, you could
Sure.
be the next round.
Absolutely. Well,
Quad's
that's
probably
the
pissed at
thing
me
about
'cause
the
I
Machinima
promised
community.
it.
That's the thing.
Lawman, you should stop promising people interviews and then
Nah, bro, I
immediately.
love you.
No, that's the thing.
I have like a whole list.
But no,
so,
that's the
like,
thing about the
it's all
Machinima
gonna
community.
come through.
That's the thing about
It's
the
all good.
Machinima community is that like that's something that's been lost over the course of time is that you need to realize that it's really just a whole bunch of teenagers and people that grew up with Halo that like making videos with each other, and what got lost in translation so many years ago by either different people that didn't follow this path or people that just didn't know about it is we like helping each other. We like making videos together. All the people that we hire as voice actors, myself or Matt Wong or Lawman, Megalodon, all these people, Trey Azzy, like all of these people are people that aren't getting paid to do their voice work. It's because it's fun, and that's the whole point of Machinima.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, that's why I love online voice actors. They normally don't ask for pay, and I'm like, you guys are just too good for me.
And especially when you get like, especially if you get those really good voice actors, because
Yes,
Matt
oh my
Wong
God.
is a really good voice actor. I hired him to be a new character in Colonel Goard season 2, and he's very excited to do it. If you guys haven't seen Surround Me yet, he's in that as well. He's in like the last 3 minutes of the video, and I was really happy to bring him on board, especially that he was interested to hear about Colonel Goard and what I had planned for his character, because I wrote this whole big backstory for him. And I'm going to be I'm bringing on the voice actors for Lily and all these great voice actors that I'm just like, wow, you guys like matured. This has changed. It's like, it's not back when you could voice act through the Xbox party chat mic. It's much different.
Don't remind us.
But I
please.
think
Oh no, I have some really bad videos. I have one of a cam. I put my camcorder in front of the TV, and then I recorded everybody's voices. I recorded everybody's voices, including the game audio, on a tape recorder, and then I put it right underneath the cam recorder.
I did the same thing, and I kept those videos up so you guys can bully me.
I'm not. I removed those a long time ago.
Oh boy.
But yeah, short answer is we all do this for fun, and the voice actors are amazing.
And body actors
yeah.
can be great too. Like if you find the great body actors, they're fantastic. Lots of the body actors that I've had in the recent years, like when I did episode 7,
they're really dedicated.
They were really dedicated. They were they listened, and a lot of them, not a lot of them, but some of them knew who I was, who knew what show I was making, and they were really surprised that I was still continuing it, which was very humbling, and it just encouraged me to do it even more. Like in some cases, I just wanted to do even more body acting sessions, but ultimately I couldn't do that because how I do body acting sessions, I do rehearsals first, and then I do an actual body acting session, so that way everyone knows what to do, and I can just make it a quick film to record through.
You know, kind of related to that, it kind of relates to my worst Machinima experience in a way.
Oh boy.
So you said someone recognized your show, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened to me is I got a private message of someone telling me they loved my show, and I'm like, oh wow, because at the time I had just released episode 2 of my show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
What's your
I didn't
show's
really
name?
know Academy of Swords, and I didn't really know anyone in the community at the time, so I didn't expect anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, thanks, man. What'd you like about it? He's like, oh yeah, man, I've been a huge fan of Infinite Guardian. And I'm like, wait a minute.
For the record, Infinite Guardian is maybe not a series that still exists on his channel today, but you can definitely watch it. Sadly discontinued. But
Yeah, JustinD.G has been doing a great job on the show, but he sadly discontinued it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just.
You're so good.
So
Wait,
to shorten the story, I always get mistaken for D-Gamer, who made the same style of Machinima I did, and it just won't leave.
It's not how the Force works. It's not how the Force works.
That's not
I'm
how
gonna
any
save
of this
this.
works.
Why
I'm
did
saving
you
this so
whisper?
everyone can see it. I'm saving it so everyone can see it.
Watermark.
All right, there we go.
Megamona.
Oh, I'm not sharing that one. I'm not sharing that one.
No, I'm not telling you to.
I like how we all just spammed memes out of.
All right.
It's funny
But
how you
let's
said
see,
like Lawman had funny memes too, but don't share them.
But we completely skipped over someone. Mega, what's your worst experience? And what was your
I
worst
already
experience?
said mine.
Oh, you
Told
did?
us his. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
did I
the
even
one with the-
say my worst experience?
Yeah,
Shit.
you said the 2018
Yeah, you
was like your
Oh,
worst
yeah.
year.
Fuck.
You said 2018 in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty
Sorry,
much.
I guess we kind of got lost track on that. I was
Yeah, my
listening.
bad.
I guess I got kind of lost track.
Oh, that's the point of this.
But
Doesn't-
but no. Let's see. What was your best experience in the Machinima community?
Ooh.
That's actually a hard one because, like
Like, it could be
honestly,
people
yeah.
that you met. It could be
That
the best body acting session, your best machinima, your like something that brought
I
you
think
to
I got
it.
something for it actually.
I have several.
so- My best experience
Oh, like-
actually collides with kind of my worst, which is kind of funny. So a long time ago when I first got into this community, some people remember this. I created a series called Marked. It was the worst thing ever created for Halo Machinima, and I don't recommend any of you watch it. I think it's unlisted right now. But what was so great about it was that like I had just met people like I was 14 at the time. I met Lee, Lance I think was in it as well, and just a couple other people, and they were just and they helped me form this thing that was really just a little kid's story, and they just like it was so bad, but like even will tell you how bad it was. Like it's one of his worst roles he's ever taken. But
Wait,
he
he's
did-
admitted that?
Oh, he's admitted.
Oh.
Straight up, he's admitted.
Oh.
It's one of his worst roles. Like, and it was him and me talking about it though, so it's fine. He's cool. If you're watching this,
We love
you, don't worry, your lines are better in Machinima Simulator. But it was just really bad. But what was so cool about it is that all these pretty much big time directors at the time and voice actors were willing to help someone give me this experience and help me grow through this. And so it was just, I don't know, it was just a really cool experience. That's probably one of my best times with Machinima because that was back when everything was kind of iffy about who helps things. So
See,
there's my experience.
I love that, and I wish I had that experience, but no one noticed me until like 3 months ago.
You know, I think that's a good thing because, like, you remember the whole confusion with, what was his name?
D-Gamer.
D-Gamer, whatever. Fuck.
Well, that still happens.
That still happens.
That is like
You
a
do
huge
sound
trend
like him a
now.
little
So you
bit.
two are
If
probably
anything,
partners in
it's
crime
getting-
now.
Oh yeah,
If
I'm making a
anything,
conspiracy
getting
video on
worse.
it. So look out for that.
I gotta add that to the playlist along with Grumpy Elite.
Son
Video.
of a bitch.
All right, so Mega, your best experience.
Ooh, okay. So there definitely were quite a lot of high points and stuff. But I will say probably the greatest point where I just felt like I really got in the realm of like voice acting and machinima was definitely when I participated in well, two things really. So one was Infinite Guardian by D-Gamer 119. This was the first time I was able to lash out my creative abilities by being able to create and voice a character within the series that not only that he really liked, and since he was kind of my idol at the time, that was kind of like, holy shit, that's really awesome. And then the second thing following that was, of course, being able to talk to another idol of mine and also being able to voice, which is Chronicler 177, who I work with today, and I've been really great friends.
You cannot pronounce your last name.
Who can never pronounce my last name at all, no matter how many times I tell him.
Who
what it
can? Honestly, though, if you just
Well-
look at it,
I don't want to be mean,
There's-
but I can't either.
there's a reason why you just go by Hugo V in the credits.
You fucked up my first name now too. What the hell? It's Hugh V. It's Hugh. Do you know how to say Hugh Jackman? It's literally the
I
same
know.
fucking thing, not Hugh. You
I
sound
know,
like
I'm
my-
joking. I'm messing with you. We had a
You
whole
sound like
conversation
my-
about this.
You sound like my Spanish teachers who told me.
I know. I knew that would just trigger you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You.
But aside from that, it was such a great experience being able to voice in sort of the first ever Halo 2 anniversary mission, since those were quite rare around the time the game came out, obviously because of how MCC was so broken back then. but it was a really great experience that really just inspired me to just push forward, keep learning how to do new types of voices, become more, essentially, and stuff. It was a really great experience and stuff, and I'm really proud that I chose to voice in that series. So yeah.
Very heartwarming.
Oh no!
Oh my god! No, that's great.
No. Oh boy!
No, I like it. No, I like it. I like it. No, it's true. Or it's true. You gotta keep being persistent. Even you gotta determine yourself. And the thing is that episode 7 went through like a writing hiatus and like a body acting hiatus, so it went through a lot of changes within those 3 years it took. But anyway,
Here's the thing, though. Even though it took you a while,
it took 4 years, by the way. Fuck you, Quad.
Well,
Even though
it
Took 4 years.
Even
I
though
mean,
it took you
if
forever
we're
to make
we
it,
gotta calculate and add all the time that you were planning it in your head too. It took 4 years starting with the release date, but there was more time before that. It was more than 4 years. Just because you released it 4 years ago from the last episode doesn't mean it took you 4 years. It took you 5 years, my man.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. You had to go all philosophical on me, but...
Oh, I have to go philosophical. I gotta defend my memes here.
Defend your memes, okay.
is that like the biggest insult to you is when someone disses your memes?
Yes.
Oh, what you say?
I don't have a
Machinima
Machinima
trash?
out on my channel, so
Fine.
this is all I have.
You have a trailer and you have an unfinished one.
My trailer's not. It doesn't even apply yet because it's from the past script.
Oh yeah.
Because
So where's the future?
I'm making
the
it. But I'm not
future.
gonna release it until like I actually.
2020.
No, I'm gonna release it. The trailer for the whole series is gonna come out in May, because the first 3 acts are coming out in June.
Quad, give your channel name.
I'm Quad Pierce, guys. What's up? That's my channel name. You probably were subscribed to my old one, which had 300 subs on it. But now you don't know. I have 54 subs now. Woohoo! On my
Don't
new
worry,
one.
Quad. I'll give you a shout out.
Oh,
You give me a shout out, Justin. Thank you.
Man,
Even though I've been here longer than you, you have
Yeah.
subs.
Well, I mean,
I'm just
okay. So I started making Machinima back in like late 2015. Except I recorded with a phone, recorded on a phone, and edited with a phone. So I'm so glad no one noticed me.
I mean, my problem. Here's my problem: is that for some reason, everybody knew me, and I don't. This is not an ego thing at all. Like I walked into the hub, and randomly people knew me, and it freaked me out that people knew who I was.
Game over. Showstopper. Betrayed. Killjoy. Game saver. Inconceivable.
And
What's going on, my boys? It's Lawman Studios, Goard boy.
Hi.
So a little, I switched audio outputs and halfway through the podcast, and Justin was accidentally interrupted, and it recorded, like it basically erased everything that was talked about for the last 15 minutes. I apologize, but now we're back.
basically,
Well, Gordon.
Matt did a Goard.
Okay, so how about
It wasn't that important. We were just
So,
all saying
who
all
was-
the
who
happy
was
things
after-
after all bad.
so who was after Justin that was explaining his good time in Machinima?
Are we really gonna repeat everything?
Well, I wasn't gonna say we repeat everything, but you can just like.
I feel like
summarize
Lawman was the last one, and then we quit.
it. Okay, Lawman. Well, I mean the last one after like Justin. Handle fame.
You can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the fame.
This story
You know, that's not that
requires
far from the
adult.
truth. When I saw that, I was like, oh my god.
I know.
No,
That's why I made.
I think it was Megalodon that said like basically talk about what you were talking about, but just like summarize it.
Okay, so to kind of sum up, I was basically
I was
talking
talking to
about.
Lawman.
I was talking about how incredible Chronicler 177 is on Omega Spartan's Omega Halo, which of course is part of a very long created series known Art and Legacy, which has very unique characters and very unique emotional standpoint, I feel is to this day, even with how old some of the series are, still hold stuff. Like you could watch some of his old, despite how old
You spelled
may
my, you
seem.
spelled my name wrong.
Don't give a fuck.
Despite how old most of them probably seem this day, they definitely hold up very well and still have the emotional impact as machinimas that you can find these do. And I am really excited to see the continuation of this series and be a part of it, since I am also doing a lot of writing and adding on to writing. He's mostly the planning out and stuff. I'm just helping along.
Right.
But he's definitely one of the people that you want to keep watching for his great content.
Right.
If you want a consistent stream of content, watch Chronicler.
Yes, definitely.
Oh.
Though
If you
keep
want to
in
wait
mind,
4 years to see a series end, watch Matt Goard.
Yeah. Colonel Goard. Colonel Goard.
I mean, okay, wait, Matt. I'm sorry, I have to bring this up.
Huh?
Did you voice a character named Roland Draco in a Machinima a while ago?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I'm gonna fan.
JustinD.G is now fanboying.
Wait.
Yes.
Roland.
Uh,
who is which?
I
which
watched-
show? Which show was that from?
Orbis Terrarium.
Oh, yeah. I was the main character in that. Yeah, Roland Drake.
Yeah, I'm like kind of a fan. Okay, look, I watched all. Okay, so all a lot of these anime type machinimas appeared around the same time, and yet somehow I didn't watch the one that started the trend.
Mhm.
But I did watch.
Infinite Guard.
I think it was
Yeah, I
Infinite
didn't-
Guardian.
I didn't watch Infinite Guardian until a year ago.
Damn.
Seriously?
Yes,
Damn.
Ouch.
I
That
watched.
hurts.
I didn't mean that as in, so I love Infinite Guardian now, but I watched Final Destiny, which led me to Orbis Terrarium,
Mhm.
and I loved Orbis Terrarium, except that's never gonna happen again.
Oh, it's not. He told me that he was going to
Yeah.
make it
Seems
again.
like it. He made a video saying it was gonna come back, but then that was a year ago.
Well, just give him time. I just did the same fucking thing.
Oh yeah, true.
Just 5 times longer.
Oh, I loved it.
But yeah, I did do 10-year program.
Oh no!
I need to look at this. Wait a minute. Okay. Matt Goard 10-year program, just like. So is this a bad thing? Wait a minute.
And you know the chronicler is in the server. person.
He's probably going to be like, "Who the fuck is Matt Goard and what's
We're
wrong
fine. He's playing. We're fine. He's playing World of Warcraft.
with him?" Okay.
Thank God.
No,
Hey, don't diss World of Warcraft. Okay?
But back
not, I
on
just wanna
topic.
play it.
But like Lawman, I think we didn't hear your good story.
I wouldn't really say I have a good story, but
Yikes!
I guess a good story will come retold. I rebrand the channel, like I said, and I'm taking things step by step with a clear head. You know, sometimes I'm just gonna quit for a few months and come back, but this summer will be the summer, and hopefully I'll be able to release 2 big machinimas, and Mega knows what they are.
Yes.
Good.
You're hopeful. Like
I'm hopeful. Like
looking forward to everything.
I just want to see what everyone else is doing, you know, because like that inspiration hasn't really kicked in quite yet. But with Chronicler's video, Matt Goard's, and everyone else's, it's just I'm starting to see a little bit of spark of inspiration. Hopefully,
Well,
I can just jump in at a time where I feel happy with it, you know.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm happy that
Yeah.
we could inspire you.
Oh, so since we finished that topic, Aaron, I saw in the chat that
Oh,
you
I
had a
didn't
topic.
get to talk about mine.
Oh, my bad, Matt. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me.
Okay. Now, I've been in the machinima community for
Ever.
8.5 years now, and I started when I was 13.
Damn.
And I have lots of good experiences. It's hard to kind of like nail down which one, because like even if I was making shitty content, I was still having a whole bunch of fun with my friends. And
Yes.
I met a lot of really cool people that became really close friends, or even relationship partners but those people are out and gone because they fucked my life up. But
Don't have to go into detail for that.
We're not going to go into detail. I wasn't going to, but I think the best time was when Colonel Goard finally got the recognition I felt like it deserved, because I worked on the Colonel Goard for so long at that point, and I was trying to make it a really good show, at least a decent show, like the best ability I could make it, and I focused on it, and it worked. It brought my subscriber base from 400 that took me 3 years to get. It took it to 1,000 within a month, and it took it to 2,000 within another like 6 months to a year. And Goard Force. That's great. But no, I think when Colonel Goard took over for my channel and everyone started to watch it and leaving really good comments and saying like, oh, it was a really good show, I really liked it, it's fun, I've even gotten to the point where, since Colonel Goard's still on YouTube, and it's been on YouTube for the last like nearly 6 years now, I've even gotten to the point where some people have found me as an inspiration, and it's mind-boggling that I'm even like that to some people, or that they even knew me. It's mind-boggling. Where like, I even met someone in real life at an old workplace. I was walking there, and guy comes in, and we're talking for a little bit because he used to work there as well. And he said he was a big voice actor, and I said, yeah, I am too. And he said like, yeah, I'm really into the Machinima stuff. And I said, like Halo, or like Quake. And he said, yeah, like Halo. And I said, yeah, I make that type of stuff. And he asked me what my channel was, and I said, TheFutureElements. And he was like, I know you.
I know you.
Oh my god!
And week when I found you, but now.
And then I told him, like, so you watched Colonel Goard? And he was like, yeah. I thought it was a good show. And I asked him, what is it that you liked? And then he talked about like what specifically like he liked about what I did. And he said that he liked the way I did lighting with my Machinimas. He liked the lighting that I would do with the cameras. And what I would do with color corrections, because I don't go full blown on the color corrections. I make it location based color correction. I don't do just I just don't do color correction just for the fuck of it. I did in the first 3 episodes of Colonel Goard, but as time went on, like if you saw space, it was like heightened brights and then darkened darks. So, but basically my best experience in Machinima is when Colonel Goard became what I was known for, and I love it.
I love it.
I love this one too. This is pretty great. Hey, I mean, like, hey, Surround Me, I thought was. So wait, are you saying episode 7 shit?
No, I don't think that. Trying to indicate. I think what he's trying to indicate is that you really seem to be passionate of the shorts.
I mean, it took you less with the short, and it took you 3 years for episode 7.
Yes.
Honestly, Surround Me took me only a week to do. Like
exactly. Look at this. I prefer weekly content of gloriousness.
Well, with this podcast, I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to be writing more Machinimas. I'm actually going to be working with Matt Wong a whole lot more too.
Yeah, that was the
Matt Wong.
Interesting. I actually spoke with Matt Wong, who of course approached me about some stuff. He told me about some of the ideas that you guys had planned, and it was ironic that one of the ideas that he told me you guys were into was in fact something else on a bit of a different level. But I am excited to see what you guys come up.
Yeah, and me were talking, as I told you earlier, about how bad Marked was. And we were literally talking. He was asking me, making sure that like we were jokingly talking about Marked, and it was like I was saying, "Don't worry, your lines would be better." And he's like, "Oh, good." He's like, "I'm hoping for."
He's like, "Can I be honest with you?" Yeah, go ahead. Shit.
He's like, "I'm really just a nice guy," which he is. Is way too nice for it. I mean, like seriously, he's a great guy, but you can get into trouble with new directors.
Oh no!
Well, now that you guys reacted to that one, I have to save it now. Oh
Okay.
boy.
Because so just to explain what just happened there. So there is a
Mega outed himself as a Jedi, as a Last Jedi fan.
Matt, are you showing these
I
memes
did.
like on the screen?
Wait.
All right.
wait,
Well, I'm gonna
say that
edit
again?
them. I'm gonna edit.
Okay,
I'm gonna edit
so-
them in post.
Nice.
to explain myself, and of course this kind of goes in regard to something I posted earlier this week. I'm one of the who actually really loved The Last Jedi. I'm aware that it has flaws, but I'm one of the few that doesn't absolutely hate it, like the whole community. I don't want to spark any
Incoming
debates
controversy!
right now, but
Matt Goard just
I
came
put it-
back, and we've already started a controversy.
But so I made a video basically making fun of said
Of how-
said
Of how
In-
everyone overreacts on opinions on the movie.
of how everyone overreacts to the internet. There's the Machinima on Production 02
By the
is
way,
called
by the way,
the
Megalodon,
Fox.
you're kind of lagging a little bit.
Oh.
Maybe the government doesn't want you telling you about how you the film because
If you guys saw that meme from earlier, that was like with the elite, that's what it was. That's
Yes,
the thumbnail.
that's the thumbnail to the. By the way, is my voice good now?
Somewhat.
Somewhat. Should I disconnect and
No,
reconnect?
no. It's good now. It's good. It sounds good now.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so I basically made video to kind of like talk about overreaction to the internet. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, it's a pretty funny one. Just check out my channel again, Mega Productions 302, or just search up my name. You should be able to find it. It's a bit of a funny thing, and lover of Last Jedi or a hater of the Last Jedi.
What if you're in the middle and you just like,
Then you're in the neutral.
you're
zone.
entitled to your own opinion.
See, my actually, I don't know if I want to give my opinion. I don't want to turn this into a Last Jedi argument.
Well, no.
No, please don't.
Well, like,
Here's you don't want to get me started.
The
Here's
Goard
my thing
Wars,
about-
oh fuck.
Here's my thing about Last Jedi is that when I first watched it, I thought it was really good, but as time went on, I was just like, this is kind of boring. And I remember when it came out on Blu-ray, and I was actually going to buy it. I had it in my hand. I was going to buy it. I actually put it down, and I didn't want to buy it because I thought of that Rose and Finn storyline that just went on
my God, no.
forever.
I will.
Exactly.
The romance, like how they tried to like turn into like a romance thing right at
It
the
felt
end.
so
I'm like,
forced.
There was no
did.
chemistry or anything at all before
Nope.
then.
The chemistry of love
And then
tingles
she-
in the air.
And then she just kisses him. It's like, you're gonna live because we need you in the third movie.
Well, so yeah, I will admit my criticism of Last Jedi stuff. That's one of my ones that I act. Everyone else that had problems with is definitely that storyline felt forced. I mean,
It wasn't really
They could've-
necessary.
it wasn't necessary. They could have kept it, but they could have shortened it and allowed other stuff and all that. But and of course, there were points that I felt were just they were unnecessary or some that just felt at random. But at the same time, it delivered some of the greatest things that I never thought I would be able to see. In
The throne room lightsaber battle was amazing.
yes,
That was great. I love the
Yes.
contrast of the black
That's like-
and red.
Except when the sword disappears.
Look, shush.
but not only that, I think one of my honestly, which is what makes it one of my favorite films, is definitely Mark Hamill's performance.
He was
This
better in Luke
man-
in that movie.
I agree.
This man
Disagree because I
has
don't.
been away from the cinema like from on.
God
I
damn it.
mean, yeah, we saw like freaking Goard blasted on the screen with on by on, and Carrie Fisher found her sort of success and stuff. So, yes, rest in peace, Fisher. We all love you. She found her own success TV show and all that. The only thing would relatively from him is he's fantastic as the Joker, both in the animated series
Video
and, of course,
games.
the video games and stuff. But yet he never came back to the big screen till this movie. And when he did,
Kingsman was alright when he in his role.
Kingsman.
That's true. Oh yeah, he did it.
Yeah, he was the part in Kingsman in a wheelchair. And I was like, holy shit, it's Mark Hamill!
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I
back
did
and
not
watch
know that
Kingsman.
either.
Yeah, he's that guy in the old, and he's the old guy professor in the chair.
Is it the first one or the second one?
First one.
First one.
Oh, it's
But
been a while.
Mega, to your point, I agree because Mark Hamill, he did a fantastic job with his performance. I didn't like Luke as a character in this movie.
Well, you see, no,
That
I
one's
can
more
understand-
personal. See, here's the thing, right? Whenever I
Well-
talk about The Last Jedi, I don't say the film is objectively terrible. It all comes down to me as a fan. Like, me personally, I didn't like it, but I'm not gonna freak out and call it a shitty movie just because I didn't like it.
Yeah.
The thing
Of course.
about Luke, I'm okay with Luke. I understand.
Wait, I need to read
Here's
that
the thing.
comment.
Luke doesn't bother me that much. The thing is that it's like, fine, you can have your own opinion of it.
Mega pizza time.
I fucking love this.
But,
no, I'm sorry to interrupt, but like, there's
it's
this comic. There's this comic I'm showing on the screen. All right, guys, I need some ideas to rebrand the Future Elements.
Colonial Guard Season 2.
Colonial.
Colonial.
Korean podcast. Fuck you.
Look, I'll be real, I wasn't looking at the
Consistent
comic,
content.
I just guessing.
The Colonel Goard Season 2, a new podcast, consistent content.
What's great is you stopped because it was my meme. You stopped me talking for my meme.
I'm
I
sorry.
got interrupted by myself.
I didn't.
Is that an insult or a compliment?
Take it as you wish.
I don't know. I just had.
Other-
I love it because I feel like we could have acted that out. Actually, let's act it out.
Yes.
So
Well,
Mega,
who's
Mega,
who,
you're,
though?
Mega,
I'll
you're-
try not to say colonial.
Yeah.
First is
No.
Matt. Second is Mega. Third is Lawman. I'm fourth.
All
I'll be
right.
The names are right there.
Yeah, the name.
All right.
Okay. All right.
I'll try to
All
be
right.
a woman too.
No, you're not. You're not a woman. Wait. Are you a woman?
Yeah, Lawman's a woman.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
That's.
Sheriff.
All right.
Oh
all right, guys.
boy,
All right,
I'm a
here we
new
go.
sheriff.
All right. Here we go. Okay.
Janet Wayne.
All right. Here we go. All right, guys. I need some ideas to rebrand the Future Elements.
Colonel Goard Season 2.
New podcast.
Consistent content.
Get the fuck out of here.
I just start screaming.
All right. That was good.
You're fired.
But,
You're fired.
I got fired.
anyway,
Just
to
got-
kind of skip over the Last Jedi because I feel like that.
Yeah,
could
let's
be
get
a,
off this.
Yeah,
before
let's
we
get off
too
this.
I
into
feel
it.
like that
Yeah.
could be.
Let's
that
talk
could be a
about
different-
Spaceballs.
That could be a different. That could be a different.
I'm
podcast for
surrounding my
another day.
asshole.
Spaceballs the musical.
Aaron.
Spaceballs
actually-
the flamethrower.
But no, Aaron actually had a topic he wanted to talk about, and sadly,
Oh yes.
it got
Aaron.
a little bit.
Aaron.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Oh, wait. I just did a thing in. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Sorry if my voice sounds a little weird, because like that thing I just put in the chat.
No, you're fine, man.
So
Yeah, he says that the
Oh, okay.
connection's a
That's
little
cool.
wonky because the server's in the U.S. West, so, and he's in the East,
Mhm.
so.
yeah, and I'm in like South Carolina, and so that's polar. I wanted to talk about since I'm a composer and all, the lack of or at least the lack of like in my eyes, the lack of original soundtracks in the Machinima community.
This is a very interesting.
Not that it's a bad
Mhm.
thing, because I kind of understand why it's a thing that happens, that it's a thing that exists, but because like when I got onto Huntress, it was sort
Huntress
of like
is made by just a little
Yes.
shout out there.
Since you've mentioned that
yes,
you,
and Hyperion, shout out.
since you compose those, I'm just being reminded of. Oh my God! Everyone here is awesome.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. You did great.
Thank you. But whenever I got onto that, it was like a very, I wouldn't say it was last minute, but he brought me on like right when he finished getting all the scenes into a decent rough edit. So like it was like, hey, we need this music, by this time because I want to release it by this time and blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, so I did my thing, and then it came out, and it was like people's reaction to it was, plus 10 points for get for dedication on an original soundtrack, and I'm surprised it had an original soundtrack, and all that stuff. And I was like surprised because I was like, do Machinimas not have original soundtrack? And come to find out, like a lot of them don't, and I just found that really surprising to me for some reason. And I just figured it would be an interesting topic to talk about since there isn't a lot of original soundtracks out there.
Could I speak on this one first?
Go ahead.
Aaron, were you paid to compose?
I was not.
This makes it more interesting because the main reason why I've avoided that is I'm a broke. I say college. I'm a broke high schooler.
You're
You're in the club.
Yes. I feel like I don't know because like I feel bad when I can't pay my voice actors. I feel terrible for that. I can only imagine the guilt I'd feel if I didn't pay my composer. So to me, it's more of like I would want to pay a composer for an original score, and I can't.
Exactly.
Right. And whenever Ascend Hyperion came to me, he was like, there's this thing that we're doing. I have this idea, blah blah blah. And the last thing that I said was, I understand if you can't do it because I can't pay you. This is a voluntary thing. It's just a passion project and all that. And like I could hear like the guilt in that text. So I was like, no, like it's fine, and I don't need to be paid. It's it's all good, because I really like the idea, and I think that is one of the bigger reasons that a lot of people don't either don't ask composers, or B can't get composers because they'll try, and then the composer will be like, yeah, it's gonna be like $400 a second, and then they go, I can't do that. So
is what's really sad.
And it is kind of sad because like an original soundtrack really adds to like the quality of the overall project, and so oh my god,
so fitting.
So yeah.
You're making me add
yeah,
a whole lot of fucking
it kind of elevates dude. It kind of elevates the quality of the whole project.
It really helps you like, stand out because you're not using the standard stock action.
This is the problem I've run into is because like I love using original music, and the problem is
I thought you were about to say I love you.
Yes, I love you, Matt Goard. I don't know what I could do without you.
Oh.
We need some music. Get the music.
Aaron, where's your original music?
Oh shoot! Give me a second. I got you. Hold on.
Oh no!
You got me, fam.
Legit. Give me a second. I got all of you.
Quad, you and Matt have to make out now.
Okay, it's.
Quad, you and Matt have to make.
That echo.
Yeah, I heard.
Are we waiting on me, or what are?
We are waiting in anticipation.
Oh, we were. Oh shoot. Okay. Hold on. It's getting there.
Okay.
But until then, we'll get back to that. But yeah. I just feel like it overall elevates quality. And when I watch a machinima that uses, like especially a good machinima, when I watch a really good machinima that uses like something from Two Steps from Hell, or
like recycled,
something that's not something royalty free like that, I automatically go,
Which the problem is like
shoot.
If you go back to like Rise of the Spartans, which I will use as an example, that was when Two Steps from Hell wasn't really used in everything until they used it. But like most of their music was original. they made so much original music, which now everyone uses to this day, which is it's so recognizable.
I've
But,
heard the middle ground theme recycled in so many Machinimas.
oh yeah, like
Like,
which
honestly, I love the middle ground theme, but I would never use it because it's too.
it's iconic. It's supposed to, like,
Yeah.
it's not like you wouldn't use the Game of Thrones theme for your intro.
Well,
That's fucking awesome. As
considering
No, it's fucking awesome, but like
considering
everyone
I
would say,
use
well, it's Game of
anime openings, I'm pretty sure I would.
I mean, I was tempted to use it because I kill off so many people in my series. Like,
Do you
holy
guys
shit.
remember that series, Game of Clans or something?
Yes.
I really
yes,
like
the
that
voice.
series.
I was supposed to voice in that actually.
What
I was
happened
supposed
to
to
it?
body act in that.
What
It
happened?
sounds
It's kind of just
familiar,
like
but I've never heard of it.
Yeah, bro,
I
I remember
don't
like
the
that.
guy in a long time.
Bro, that came out during like my summer vacation, and like I would just like wait constantly. When are they gonna upload? When are they gonna upload? It was so good, and I was watching Game of Thrones at the exact same time too. So like watching that and comparing the two was fucking nuts.
But yeah, sorry to interrupt, Aaron. The main reason why, so I think a lot of people don't approach composers.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I feel like a lot of people don't approach composers because guilt and asking people to contribute something that takes a lot of work and talent into a project where they're not compensated for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I could never do that. Like, I could never ask somebody to do stuff like it's voice acting is different because I'm in this community that that's a thing. But composers, it's kind of like an unsaid rule most of the time that you pay them, and it's just like kind of it's hard. So I mean, like, because like
just a
me,
lot of
I'm a
work.
college student. I'm currently working 2 jobs and juggling college. I mean, I can't personally pay for that.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
and it's sad.
The thing
Really,
about
it's sad.
composers, the thing about composers is that like I thought about having a composer a long time ago,
Right.
but ultimately it just becomes like a really I'm actually gonna okay, hold on. Let me open link and I'll save the image. I swear I should just like create a podcast channel so that way I can just have like a meme
Quad,
section.
You should. Why don't you just make a channel for it so I can just
Oh,
post it in there?
next meme is coming up right now.
I will.
Oh,
look
no.
after that. But no, the thing is about composers-
Quad, this is for you, dude, and for everyone else.
What's this? Hold on. Let's take a look, guys. Let's take a look.
Here, make something out of this.
Where's my podcast?
Yeah, that's true.
Next month.
All right, give me a moment. I'm gonna work on that Halo one.
That's great.
Trey, I'll take
All
that.
right, Quad, you want to act? Let's do this.
Oh no!
You want? What do I want?
Act in this little
voice
comic.
yourself in your comic. Yeah.
I feel like this should be like.
So, Lawman, where's my podcast you promised?
Next month. I promise. Shit.
I gotta go to Canada.
I gotta get off the grid, man.
Oh,
I left that poor soul in that canoe.
But no, like guys, like I feel like this is what's gonna differentiate our podcast is the fact that we're making memes completely or photos just completely based
Out of the
on
blue?
the podcast. Like no, not out of the
I'm
blue,
making
but
these
based
right
on-
now.
But like no, they're based on the podcast. So like they're actually relevant to the podcast. So I think that's funny. But anyway, but back to what I was saying is like with composers, it's so much work and it will take hours and hours and hours of someone's day to make music onto Machinima, especially since the composer is not closely working with the person that's directing it, so it's a little bit even more difficult because you got to match the vision.
Right, and I think why I don't have
You motherfucker!
I'm not showing that one.
Aaron, we are so sorry for that. Please start over.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I should be saying sorry. Son of a bitch.
Alright, that's
but
alright, dude.
I think the reason why I don't mind that much, is because of the fact that I'm a fairly fast worker.
Oh.
So it doesn't take me, a day to write an entire track. If it's a 2-minute track, it'll take me like an hour, 2 hours at the most to do it, depending on like what it's what it is.
So
So I think that's part of the reason that I don't mind. And then I also try to like you know work. I try to like work with the directors closely as possible. Even to the point where sometimes if they want or if they have time, I'll let them like get into a voice chat with me and like just sit in and listen in as I'm doing my thing, and they tend to enjoy that, and so I try to like do that to like make up for the fact try and say it's okay, like you don't have to pay me, it's fine, just enjoy this thing, make the thing together,
Yeah.
um so
We've established.
I got
that
a
Aaron's,
question.
like,
I actually got a question about your composing. Like, what's your range? Can you do like, is it mainly like like very specific instrumentals, or is it kind of like an epic kind of grand scale, or is it kind of varied?
Well, range is like one of my favorite things ever. And the two things that I pride myself on the most is I'm not very prideful. I don't like telling people that my stuff is good or anything like that.
You
I
should
don't
always
like
have pride in your stuff
I don't
too,
like.
at a certain extent. You can always say like it's.
I'm not very prideful, to say the least. But two things that I do take very much pride in is I'm a fast worker, and
Good work that
I like to think that I have a fairly big range. So it all stays within the realm of mainly orchestral, just because that's what I enjoy writing the most, and that's what I can do the most things. But it can go from anything to like a drama to comedy to action to world music to
Then I may have to hire you.
classical.
Then I might have to hire you for the Colonel Goard series. Congratulations, you're hired.
Can I I don't know how off topic this is, but can I actually talk about my experience on the Huntress? Because it's
Yes, please go
Of
ahead.
course.
Go ahead.
I'm actually really curious about that.
because it's sort of yeah. So Huntress was like my first step into the Halo community. I haven't been in the Halo community very long, and I don't think I'm very deep into the Halo community. So Huntress was like my first step into that.
A very good one, I must add.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Definitely
god.
check it.
And I was actually very nervous. I was actually very nervous whenever it was getting closer to time to release, because Ascend Hyperion was talking about showing it to Machinima veterans and like friends and people who are like big in the Machinima community, and just showing it to everybody that he can. And so I started getting nervous because I was, that was around the time that I started realizing that not a lot of people have original soundtracks and all. So I was honestly scared because I didn't know what people think. I thought people would hate the fact that it's purely orchestral. I thought people would hate the fact that it's not like super loud, grand, epic music, like trailer music. I was really scared of a lot. Mainly, I was scared of like people not liking the sort of style and vibe that it had. And that was just me freaking out about random stuff. And then it came out, and like the reaction that it had was crazy, and I was like, "What freak just happened?" Like, because that was the expecting. And I think that was the thing. Like the whole way working through it was the whole like oh, is this going to be good? Are people going to like it? I thought that same thing whenever I came up with the theme, because the theme is very simple, and I thought people wouldn't like that. So it was just a lot of things that I was generally scared of. Generally scared of, and then I got back, or it came out, and feedback came to me, and it was generally very good, and I was very happy and very thoroughly surprised. and now we're doing, Lineage. Earlier today, I just spotted and marked up a scene from Lineage, which is the next installment in the series. So we're working through that scene by scene, and I plan to start working on the score for that scene later tonight. I didn't, and I've worked on a couple other Machinimas before then, or not before then. In between
Huntress?
Huntress and Lineage, yeah, I worked on a couple other ones. Which one of them was a very bad experience. But anyways, yeah, I'm just and I see things like on like in his server, in the Ascend Hyperion server, where there have been a couple times where he'll post a screenshot from one of the scenes, and it's like a really pretty, high quality looking screenshot, and somebody will go and like type in "cue the Huntress theme" here, and it's like, I never thought anything like that would happen. Like that, I don't know. It's just little stuff like that is really
The
cool to
Xbox
me.
book.
Like, little
just want to make
stuff
sure.
like that is really, and it just show it. I just appreciate it a lot, and yeah, that's basically my experience on Huntress, and it was very enjoyable and fun, and I'm currently having fun with right now.
I don't mean to make you uncomfortable or anything, but I love the Huntress theme.
Oh, thank
I should also mention it was Ascend Hyperion first time get it, because that
Oh yeah,
cinema that was his first thing really in
Mega, you're
Excellent.
really lagging.
Mega, we heard like two things you said.
You're
is it good now?
really lagging.
Is it good now?
If you're downloading anything, you need to stop.
I'm not. Is
Just leave
You cut off.
leave the chat and try to come back.
He cut off.
I
when he was
mean-
leaving.
all right, all good now?
Oh well,
Sounds
I'll let
better.
Megla down.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Sounds better.
Yeah.
Okay. So just to finish that, it wasn't just your first time. It was also Ascend the Hyperion's first time, because when I first met him, he was actually mostly known as a forger for Halo 5 maps and stuff. I mean, respected by 343. Some of his maps even got into the Halo 5 matchmaking and all that. So not much was really known about him, to be honest. And then he wanted to get in Machinimas and stuff, and so, well, me also assisting along with voice acting and all that, but like it was something I was really excited for. So yeah, for a first ever Machinima ever created, he did an incredible job. But I think it's not just him though. Everyone else who's involved, including you with your original composition, just really made it work out. I definitely recommend everyone to see it for sure. Again, the channel is named Ascend Hyperion, and of course the Machinimas with Lineage, the sequel.
Like honestly, do yourself the favor and watch Huntress.
Yes,
It's really
I'll
fun.
probably give it a shot.
I have actually not.
There's actually a funny story about.
I just noticed.
There's actually a funny story
Oh,
about whenever I showed Ascend the theme for the first time, and so if you guys don't mind, I have my piano up right now. I was just gonna use it as like a, yeah.
Yes, please.
But
please.
Yes, go.
whenever I first showed it,
Let's
I
not-
didn't play it with
Go
any.
ahead.
I didn't.
Do something.
I didn't play it with.
Do something. Play it over the mic, man. Show the audience.
Okay. When I played it for the first time for him, I didn't play it with any chords, so it was just the straight melody, which was dumb of me. I should have played it with chords. But it was kind of like a Jaws situation where it was just kind of like, and that's it. He didn't really say, and that's it. He just kind of like was like, oh, okay, and I could tell in the tone of his voice he was like really not into it. So I basically what I played him was. It's very simple and very not and that's when he just kind of went, okay, all right, you know, that's a good start.
Oh no.
And then I was like, I should have done it like this. Oh shoot.
It sounds so much like Halo, and I like it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and then he was like, oh, that's actually really.
I don't know if this is a compliment or.
I was like, I guess the chords work.
Is this a compliment or is this a? I don't even know.
We'll say it. Find out. Oh
Quad,
no!
Is this a compliment or not?
Yeah,
First one's a compliment.
yeah, like
Second
you said,
one is take
Matt,
it as you will.
Yeah, what's up?
It's awkward.
That music was really really good though, Aaron. Like,
Yes,
holy
it
shit.
was.
Like,
and Matt, like you said, you said that it sounded a lot like Halo, right?
Yeah, it had an it had an Halo S.
and
Oh shit!
the
Actually, start
weird thing about that is like I thought I wrote the whole score thinking this sounds nothing like Halo. Like I listened to the Halo scores and I was like I don't think this sounds enough
I'm thinking
like Halo.
of like Halo
and then
1
everybody listened to it.
or Halo 3.
I was thinking of
Yeah, and people were like, "Oh, it has such a Halo-y vibe," and I was like, "Oh, well, that's interesting," because I just never thought about it like that, you know.
So I actually got another topic for everybody.
Oh.
all right.
All right, so I feel like this could probably be the one we end on. I don't know. Depends on how.
We have been going for a while.
We've been going for.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, only about an hour. If we add it all up, like about an hour and a half. But anyway, so we've talked about our worst experience. We've talked about our best experience in the Machinima community, and to some extent, we know where. We've talked about where we are.
Mhm.
What do we want now? What are we going to pursue now? What is it that you guys want to see in a year's time or 2 years' time? Not with your personal lives, but with Machinima. And if Machinima is connected to your personal life, I would like to hear about that.
Machinima in general or ourselves?
Ourselves. I want to know our progress. I find it interesting on hearing what people
Like our own project, like
our own projects,
Just like
our
where do you
own
see yourself in the
channels,
future?
our own Machinimas. Who do we expect to meet? Who do we want to meet? Who do we want to keep? Who do we want to get rid of?
I get
Well, let's get rid of Matt. No, just kidding.
All right, all right. See you guys. I'll go back this way. All right, goodbye.
I mean,
Hey,
this
wait,
already
give me the
happened.
passcode to your channel.
All right.
I need the subs.
So I would like to kind of start first in this one.
Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right.
man.
Yeah, definitely.
Since you're the one that lags the most, which means if you stay
Wait, I'm gonna
longer-
post the meme. So before we start, I'm just gonna post it and then.
Oh fuck!
All right, I gotta see this one.
Yep.
Thank you for the advice for tomorrow's activity.
Okay, now go. I just
Okay.
need there to be a reaction.
All right.
All
So
right, Omega.
first, this testing. This is working.
Yes, it's working.
Yes.
Okay. So with me, when it comes, so kind of similar Matt's situation, I guess. I've had trouble having to do up for Machinimas for a very long time, usually large gaps and stuff. I'm, of course, really excellent at doing voice reels with the help of Chronicler, making some fantastic immersive voice reels to make them unique and all that. But I do really want to get some Machinima ideas that I've had over the past few months. I really want to get some of these going, and I think some of the ideas that I have, both some of them collaborations and then others, I think people are really going to find unique and immersive. Some I hope to use Halo 5's tech for, but also I wish to go more into Master Chief Collection, because I feel like with all the bugs they've patched and all that, like all the things that they managed to fix over the year or so. I think there's a lot of opportunity for that, and definitely with what Omega Halo showed, what people can do, I really want to explore that. And of course, I'm really excited to see that if we do happen to have Halo Infinite come out, what we could do with that.
Hopefully, Machinimas are gone. Hopefully, expand. Because I mean, yes, Halo 5 has been given a lot of shit, but it's been forcing us to be really creative and really respect the old Halos for what they really were. I mean, despite how bad Halo 5 is, it's just.
I mean, what's really cool about like the one thing that everyone complained about a couple years back, I think everyone remembers this, is when everyone was leaving and everyone's like, "Oh shoot, the golden age of Halo is gone," and all that.
Everyone just abandoned ship.
But the thing is what's cool about this now is we have this community that all just wants to make content together. We're not worried about being the next ROTS. We're not worried about creating this crazy thing. We're just like, we're making things we want to make with no like weight on our back. And we have people who surrounded us want to help with that. And I think that's kind of cool with what this community is kind of what we're at now.
Yeah, collaboration takes us far. I mean, let's not be a divided community. Let's
work together.
Let's work together. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying one person needs to make everything for that one individual, but as a team. Then
it's a collaborative effort.
Which is what's cool about my project that I'm creating. This is not a self-promoting thing. Just I've always wanted to create a series that brought all these different elements together, all these voice actors and directors and things, and seeing them all in one place in this script is amazing to me. And that many people.
I'm
Quad,
sorry.
by the way,
I don't know who the fuck that was, but someone was honking their car as they were driving by.
They're probably like, "Hey, where's episode 7, my boy?"
I know where you live, man. They're coming. They're coming for you.
It's already out, you bastards. You just haven't checked the channel.
Well, I'm sorry. It's been kind of dead, my bro.
Okay, Quad.
What?
I really hope you finish MS because I've seen a lot of directors attempt a Machinima series like yours, like D-Gamer had Legacy, and they never finish it.
Yeah, D had Legacy. I think was it FT who did Halo Quest or something, or who was that?
I wasn't around to see that.
I don't know.
It got deleted right at. I think it was. I'm not positive. But those kind of machinimas never brought the side of LA, but I've been so invested in this project because when I originally started, it was just close friends that could help me. But now I can actually build a script because I've met people like Matt here. I've met people like this, and so I have all these people in the script from people like new directors like new Justin, and then having older directors from and Mega being in here, and so I think that's what's really cool about it. So that's kind of why I'm making it, and I guess that ties into the question. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to finish season 1 by the end of this year, and so then I can get it out and send it to all the people.
Yeah,
and show what I've been working on for a long time.
Yeah, and pretty much just to finish mine to summarize it best is that I want to get something out.
Yeah,
basically something
out.
Mega, you need something that's not a 20-minute, a 20-second short.
Yeah, well,
he needs something that's not a voice reel.
I think you're referring to me at that point because I have a 2-minute short.
Lawman, Lawman, look, I can't talk any trash. I have 2 videos where it's just me screaming.
I can't say anything.
Well,
My
honestly,
only Machinimas are unlisted.
Well, honestly, the one thing I will say about the short that I did recently is that it does help me get into the groove of things and stuff. Yeah, it's meant to be silly because it basically involves me getting shot by a rocket launcher by someone, but honestly, it's a stepping stone. Stepping stones, exactly kind of like what Matt did with Surround Me. Is that it's his stepping stone to get back into the groove, to get back into the fight, essentially.
Oh boy,
So-
here we go. Here's another. I need new content.
All right, let's play
Podcasts.
something together.
Goard porn.
But yes, so that's that's my that's my
We are so sorry to interrupt, Mega.
I am so sorry.
No.
But-
Sorry to interrupt for this important announcement.
Well, what's kind of funny is that Mega's the one that said gourd porn in the comic.
kind of makes sense since I lost my shit earlier. We weren't recording, but there was a moment talking about Goard and Megalodon being as a porn movie. And
I don't think we need to talk about that one.
No, we do not
Episode
need
7.
to. I'd rather not die of laughter.
But
But
let's,
yeah, that's my take.
Good
So-
fan fiction. Good
All
fan
right.
fiction.
so what
So,
about
Lawman,
what about you?
what do you want to do?
Yeah, what about you, Lawman?
Make Machinima.
Make cinema, period.
That's one thing, but
Know how to work
the
a
one
capture card.
thing. Yeah, I gotta get a new one of those. Fuck,
Why,
I had
did
a
you really
Roxio
have-
for it.
Quad, did you really have to at me for my server? Come on.
What?
I just made a server like yesterday.
I know. I know you did.
I just made a server, but I'm not a new director.
I know that
Exactly.
was a slam at Justin.
God damn!
Come
now
on
that-
over
now
to
we're-
the
now that
Western
we're-
Frontier. Nobody
now-
shows up here to unplug your shit.
Now we're talking. Now that we're talking about the goddamn meme, I have to download it and add it into the fucking video. Thanks, Quad.
I just keep making memes and you have to go back and add them all.
Shit, where were we at? Fuck.
I feel like
You
what I'm gonna have
didn't
to do is just
start.
like display capture all of like the next time we do a podcast. I'm just gonna have to display capture everything.
I don't
Yeah.
know why you don't just make a chat for like us. Like
Well,
make a podcast
Well,
section.
I wasn't expecting to do a podcast tonight.
Yeah, this kind of just happened.
Well,
Well,
honestly,
I mean, like right now. I mean,
Well, I can't
While we're
move
talk-
everyone over right now.
no, I meant just make a chat so I can just
I'll
post
Yeah,
them.
for next
post them
time.
on order.
Look, guys,
Yeah.
we're getting off topic.
For next time.
Guys, we're getting off topic. Lawman, please
Alright.
continue.
Fuck. Okay, so
Justin's gonna be the
I guess
leader.
be able to leave the community without being mad or being disappointed with what I did. I mean, like, I know I don't have anything right now, but like, everybody's gonna leave off and do their own things, and either they're gonna delete their channels because it's like, okay, I don't want that shit here anymore, or they're gonna just leave and be like, okay, fuck, maybe I can carry this into the career. And that's part of the reason why I'm doing these podcasts, is because, you know, there are potential careers off of this. I'm not saying like you're gonna make machinimas and get money for it, no, but like, if you think about it, we literally taught ourselves this shit.
Yeah.
And I had to teach my fucking self with the shittiest program. And then somebody had to come in and say, okay, you're doing this all fucking wrong. Get rid of it. But I guess just be able to teach somebody and then just leave it off generation, kind of nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. What about you, Justin? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you
Well,
aspire to be?
I actually have a lot, so this might go on for a little bit.
Go ahead.
A lot of them are jokes, but
You're giving
So-
giving us content.
uh,
We're giving
Give
you
us those
content.
views, those Justin. Give us those views.
what do you mean views? I barely get any.
We're gonna pretend you're D and there we go.
God, there is one of them. I'm hoping eventually I'm not gonna be called D gamer. I also want to count how many times I get called weeb in my comment section. It's a personal one.
I feel like if you're going to be
What
an
a
anime
weeb.
guy, you're probably going to be stuck with that anyway.
I mean, you
Everybody-
just announced it to the podcast, so I mean, good.
Yeah, now you're
Dude,
the weeb
no,
of the podcast.
no. I own the fact. I'm proud. I won't say
You're proud weeb.
I know what I am.
proud
not.
weeb.
I know what I am. I'm not.
I know what I am, and I am.
So yeah, like I'm prepared for it. Like I don't really care. Like people like he's like, oh, anime faggot. I'm like, yeah. But so honestly, I don't think I really have a plan. I want to get past Academy of Swords season 1. I mean, yeah. Besides that, I don't really. I just saw the meme he just posted.
I just I fucking love this meme. I'm gonna have
Okay.
to save this one.
I gotta get back on time. Okay.
I'm
So
sorry.
Why the fuck is VR chat up? God damn it.
I just saw that you were playing VR chat. I'm like going, what the? Are you? How dare you play a
No.
game while doing a podcast? How dare you? Are we not
You're
important
playing a
enough for
game.
you?
Like, I just hear music chiming in, and I'm like, what the fuck is this song? I know it. Oh, fuck, it's VR chat. Son of a bitch.
I feel like that's what we
You're
should do
gonna-
with our podcast. Like next time, is that we just play VR chat.
I don't
Goard
have.
Squad.
It's
My computer
you can
cannot
just
handle
download
it.
it.
Computer.
And okay.
Anyway,
So I really want to get past Academy of Swords season 1. I'm a huge broke boy. Like I had it on like a crappy laptop from 2007. So I really want to upgrade my hardware. Yeah, I'm sorry.
12 years old, motherfucker. Are you still running Vista or 7?
I don't want to answer that.
Oh my god. XP?
So after Academy of Swords season 1, I have a more traditional machinima plan where they're not jumping around screaming weeaboo. It's something inspired because so I know this is like a really it's a really like tough thing to back up. I really want to try to have something similar to Chronicler's Spartan Legacy universe thing because I really love it. Like Chronicler is a director who inspires me personally. Like we all have personal people who like inspired us to make machinima. For some people it's Arbiter 617, others it's I don't really know.
Nightmare.
Oh yeah, there you go.
On your phone.
Nightmare Films is my personal inspiration, but anyway. So I just kind of want to
Same here,
keep
brother.
going, you know? I want to expand my content. I want to meet new people. Just want to have fun, man. I mean, I love doing this. If I didn't have fun doing it, I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Oh, completely unrelated. Personal goal I want to have. I have a set of characters I can't mention because it would spoil my show. But the goal is I want to have all the people who've personally inspired me in this community voice those characters. So, yeah. Just want to keep going, see where it leads me. I mean, I'm fairly young in this machinima community. I'm definitely a new director. Like, to my knowledge, I'm one of the newer ones. Definitely new ones.
Yeah.
All of you have been here for a bit.
I think I might be the one that's been here the longest.
I mean, I've only been I only started getting involved in the community 2017, so I've only been here for like a year or two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, so
I just started making machinima like in like 2010 and then 2011, and then I didn't get into the community until probably late 2011.
Holy shit, it's tomorrow for me.
Hey, same.
Give me a second, one more
It's a brand new day, Justin!
But honestly, I don't know if
It's
this
a
is...
brand new day.
Look, from the outside looking in, the machinima community seems really harsh and really toxic. I think that's the word I could use. But honestly, it's
You're
not.
safe with us.
The machinima community isn't as toxic as a lot of people
I don't know
make
about
it
quad,
out to
though.
be.
Something's just really clouded right now. It's just...
I've been here a bit. I mean, I feel old in this community, even though I haven't done anything. Like,
You're like the Obi-Wan that just...
The mind that Quad has, it's very dark, very cloudy.
I mean, I'm about to post something, so I mean, yeah, it's on.
So I mean, I've already concluded this a lot. I just want to keep going, see where it leads me.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Really hope I get more voice acting roles. That's a personal one. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna save that. All right, so Trey, you are going to be the final person before me, before I talk about mine. So, what is it that you see? Your future in the
I
machine?
wanted to say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I'm sorry.
I wanted to hear like what Aaron has planned.
I'm sorry. I'm so
after,
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Lineage,
I'm so sorry.
whatever.
Aaron.
Trey's on mute too, so.
Yeah, he's on mute. I'll wait. Aaron, go
I'll
ahead.
make it quick. Yeah, I have Lineage. That's a thing that's happening. I also have something else from Ascend Hyperion after that as well.
Oh.
And then also a bigger thing, a more like widespread thing is I haven't been on a ton of Machinima projects, and I would like to get on more just because they're really fun, and a lot of them are very, I don't know, I see a lot of them and I'm like, that would be fun to score. Like, I want to score that. Or I want to do something like that. So I would like to get on more projects, and also try and somehow, some way advocate for more original soundtracks in Machinima. Just because I don't know how I do that. I don't want to necessarily do it by getting on more projects, because that would just be selfish.
Because then you'll also overwhelm yourself, and you'll have to turn a lot of.
Yeah, but I just wanna advocate for that, and just get more people to either not be scared of asking. I have composer friends that I would like to try and bring in and try and get them to do this as a thing that you would do just because it's fun to do.
It also gives you
because
some practice.
Yeah, it gives you practice. It gives you stuff to put on your portfolio.
Even
it
if
gives
you're
you experience.
an Oscar-winning composer, honestly, like, it's still practice.
Yeah, anything writing music is practice. But yeah, those are my goals. I just generally get on more machinimas because they're fun to do, and advocate for more original music in machinimas.
Awesome.
Sweet.
I think that's great. I think it's great seeing a composer trying to go into the machinima community, due to the fact that it's mainly writers, storytellers, actors, and that's mainly
People
the
who like
shtick that
Halo.
is when it comes down to Halo Machinima community. That's what people advocate for. But seeing a composer trying to push in for machinima creation with music, I think that's great, because honestly,
We got a lot of new roles as of late. I mean, we got the animator, we got the script writer, we got all sorts of shit. And I mean, like, it's not just film and editing that people are gonna get from this as a career. It's also music,
Voice
playwrights. I mean, shit, dude.
and honestly, I think that one
Hey.
of the most important things is friends. You can.
Yeah,
I mean, do
yes.
you remember
a
like
lot
that? Like,
of friends.
I would have never met Quad if
if I didn't make a joke about you.
son of a bitch.
But like,
Oh wow, such a
That's
great
how Lawman and
relationship.
me met. I don't remember precisely. I think I made a meme or something.
It's like, oh, Quad.
but like,
I think I know
the
you.
only person here that I've known for longer than maybe
Me, clearly.
3 months.
One day.
No, like 3 months, honestly, because I've known Quad for probably about 2 or 3 months. But-
Hold up.
Oh,
You've
no.
known me for
Hold
2
the
years, you
phone!
son of a bitch.
Well, no, you body
Hey,
acted
I
for me,
always
like,
say
2 years
sob
a-
here.
You body acted for me for years ago, but we never had each other added.
Right, I know. I'm just joking.
Okay, good. But like,
Yeah.
on a consistent basis, like,
No,
I
the
haven't
first
known
time I
Quad,
actually,
huh?
the first time we actually talked happened to be, it was after the release of episode 7. It was because I was talking with Desmond, and then you came in. That's why. That's when we started talking.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
I don't quite remember that, but I guess
think me and
I'm
Quad
slowly
wasn't
cutting
it.
out 2017 from my memory, sadly. But
Well, that's why I felt like I could ask you and say, "Hey, what's up? You want to join this project?"
well, I mean, I kind of just like treat everyone as my friend.
Yeah. So,
Honestly,
but
if you come up to me with a friendly conversation and you just want to talk, I'm there.
Colonel
man.
Goard sucks. 2019.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But no, like not Colonel. The Machinima community is a fantastic place to meet friends, and I just met Quad, and now we're consistently talking. I think that's great. And Lawman, I think you're a cool dude. I just met you. You seem pretty cool. Mega, you're the longest person I've known here. You're a really good voice actor.
beyond
You've always
cool.
been you've been very helpful, very supportive, and you've been very understanding, especially since I've gone through a tough time in my life for the last year and a half. And
We all have.
And I
Oh shit.
I
man.
sure.
am very happy for the support. Aaron, you seem like a really cool dude, and I'm very, very appreciative of the type of role that you're trying to get into the machinima community. You're not trying to be a machinima creator. You're not trying to be a machinima actor. You're trying to be a machinima composer, and I think that's fucking fantastic.
Could I actually DM you after this, Aaron? It's like, actually...
And
Oh boy, I
with
feel like I'm gonna
Justin-
get a
Justin,
lot of DMs
the
after
D
this. No,
Gamer clone. I
yeah,
think
you
you're
can-
I think you're great. I think your Infinite Guardian show is fantastic.
God.
And
I can't wait for season
I-
4.
no, but
I
no,
I
hate
just-
everyone. Yeah.
But no,
I especially
Justin
love
seemed
doing
like a cool
Machinima High
dude.
School personally, but still.
But no, Justin, you seem like a cool dude. You seem like a very emphatic person about machinima. You seem like you want to have fun. You want to meet some people, and I think that's fantastic. And BK, I think you've body acted for me a couple times. I don't know your gamer tag. It's been a long time, but
It has been.
you're a cool dude, and I really am happy that
Thank
you
you.
decided to join this, and I'm really thankful for your consistent support of my content. It's been very helpful.
Anytime.
And Trey, even though you're muted, I heard that you're a very great voice actor, and you seem like a cool dude.
Trey,
So-
you like anime, therefore I love you.
But
Trey, you exist, therefore I love you.
but
Anime is the second
but
Bible.
since Trey is kind of
You're so
Trey's
right.
The Bible of Trey.
But since Trey's kind of quiet, I guess I'll talk about what I want to pursue
Yes.
in future.
Very
Yes.
interesting.
What do you want? What do you desire?
So I actually came up with this slogan that for my company, the Future Element Films, and
Oh.
I came up with one a few, like a couple weeks ago or something like that, because I'm coming up with more things for the channel, not just Colonel Goard, but I'm coming up with more things for the channel because I want it to be a channel where people can just watch content and have fun and meet friends. And the slogan is "Welcome to my future, your future, our future." And
Fuck you guys! I was fucking clapping.
but
Hey, I was there with you, man. I got you.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no,
Don't
like-
worry.
But no, the thing is, like, what's cool about it, that I like about this slogan is that if I was gonna make an intro about it, it would
Oh,
be
boy, I
MY.
like that again.
MY is like highlighted. That welcome to my future, and then I would take out M and put you and put the Y in your, and then highlight out the Y, and then just leave out our. So it's actually connected, because that shows like my future is your future, and it's our future on this channel, and that's what I want to do with my channel. Is that I want to make it a community itself. I want it to be where you can find machinimas that you enjoy. I'm not saying that they're great machinimas. I'm not saying they're bad machinimas. I'm not even going to say that they're decent, but they are machinimas that I like doing. I like these stories, and I want to make them entertaining for people, and I want to make it entertaining for you guys. And but with what I want to, that's part of my future, and the other part of my future is I want machinima to be like, I've always been wanting to be a film director and a storyteller since I was a kid, ever since I was like 4 years old. And having machinima there for me so many years ago, and still there for me now, it's an outlet to create my stories and to vent out any sort of frustrations or any sort of pain that I've been dealing with. And it allows me to have creation, and it's helping me meet these people here that they seem really cool guys, and they've been very helpful, and I'm very appreciative of that. I've been, due to the fact that 2018 was a very tough year for me, I lost a lot of good people, but ultimately I realized that those people weren't good for me. The people that I'm meeting now are good for me.
We got your back.
And
We got you, fam.
We love
Welcome to the.
that's why Future Element Films is not just my identity. I want it to be our identity. It's something that everyone can associate with. And Machinima has always been a way for me to vent out any sort of pain. And I feel like it turned
Express
out
your
for
feelings,
the
you know.
good. It turned out for the best because like Surround Me, I feel like is probably my best work. Console Me and Surround Me are probably my best work, and then Colonel Goard is probably just right under there. But no, that's my future. Is that I want to progress in the Machinima community and progress my channel, and I just want it to be a place where people can go to be entertained and have fun and meet friends. It's its own community within a community.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Oh,
That's the end of the part.
Oh man,
It was so emotional, and then just that you're not gonna say
that
fuck.
was actually like a really emotional and high quality speech, and it just fuck.
sorry.
Thanks guys for watching. Have a nice night.
Sorry.
Gordon, everyone, just Gordon.
Gord out.
But no, but
Hey guys, I'm Gordon now.
Sorry.
But
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
to the audience, thank you for watching, and I'm going to try to make more content for the channel. Podcasts are going to be one of them. I think we're going to do it.
Oh
every
no, you're
Saturday.
going to. We're gonna fucking help you.
Yeah.
We're doing it every week. If
Yeah,
you don't
we
show
are.
up, we'll still do
This
it.
is like the new Jackass season that was never.
Take over his channel.
But
I'm Johnny
but
Knoxville.
but
I'm Matt Gordon. This is Gordon.
I'm Matt Gordon. This is the Disney Channel.
but to the audience, thank you all for supporting the channel, supporting my new ideas, and supporting these people that you may have never heard of, or you have heard of and you're watching because of them, or you're here because you just met them. Go and watch their channels. I'll be sure to put their links into the description. And well, this is our future. My future, your future, our future. Have a good night, guys.